Hi, my name is Jerald Simon, and I'm the president and founder of Music Motivation. And every week I come out with a brand new cool song. It's part of an annual subscription I created to help teach music theory the fun way, through original cool songs that I compose and come out with each week. So right now I'm going to play for you Retrofit, and this is the new cool song for this week. We're in the key of D major. We have two sharps, F sharp and C sharp, and this is an intermediate level piece. So let me play it for you at performance speed, and then I'll explain a little about the theory. Let me know what you think. That is the cool song for this week, Retrofit. Now, I wanted it to have a fun, catchy rhythmic pulse in the background, but also to have the piano part competing intentionally with several different keyboard sounds. So we have a lot of different eighth notes and 16th notes that you heard in the background in the orchestration or the instrumentation, where we have a lot of the keyboards doing things like where we're going up and down, and we're using a lot of these eighth notes and 16th notes, but it's to help keep the steady pulse that the left hand is doing with the piano part, where we have that driving pulse, and we have those straight quarter notes. So I wanted to keep that steady and to have that contrasting sound with the keyboards playing those 8th and 16th notes. So as you listen, you have all those different instruments playing along, and it's fun because as the piano player, you get to play with the band. You get to play with all of the different musicians. Now, in this case, I recorded each individual instrument one track at a time, so you are playing with a live musician because I did play each of those instruments one instrument at a time with a metronome to keep my steady pulse, but you're essentially playing with me as I'm playing all those instruments, but it's fun for you because you get to have the band playing with you. So I want you to think about that as you are trying to play. Part of music is keeping tempo, staying up with, as musicians refer to it many times, the chord changes, where we go from one chord to the next, and sometimes they're tricky because of the timing, where you have to quickly go from one chord to the next, and you have those chord changes, and you have to adapt quickly. In this piece, I'd like to talk about some of those chord changes and how they quickly happen, and then try to have you create a cool song of your own where you are using these or similar chord changes to compose something of your own. Now let's look, starting in measure 15, watch what the left hand is doing. I'll actually go back, I'll go to 14 to kind of bring you up to speed into it. The left hand is doing the eighth notes where we are holding the pinky down and the thumb is continuing with the eighth note beat where we have the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Do you see how we have that 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and? And then we go to measure 15, we go down to D, but we have the same rhythmic pulse. And then in measure 16, we go down to A, the same exact rhythm, we just changed and went down to A. So watch, we have G, then we go to D, and then we go down to A. Watch as I do that again. Now, what is interesting about this, the left hand, you just need to go on autopilot, where you don't even think about what the left hand is doing. But it's the right hand that creates some of the challenge because it is a little difficult. And it's tricky, but it sounds great. If you notice, starting in measure 15, we have a D major chord. Now, it's a triad, 3-note chord, but we've changed the position of the notes. If you notice, D major, we start with D, F sharp, A, and that is root position. Do you see how I pulled these two fingers back? That is solely so you can see it and you'll be able to understand it more easily. But if I play D, F sharp, A together, that is D major, root position. Since I have 3 notes, I have 3 positions. Root position is where D is on the bottom. If I put D up on top, that becomes first inversion. So now we have F sharp, A, D. Root position, D, F sharp, A. And then we go to first inversion, F sharp, A, D. And then if I put the F sharp up on top, then we have A, D, F sharp. That is second inversion. Again, root position, D, F sharp, A. First inversion, F sharp, A, D. Second inversion, A, D, F sharp. And it's that second inversion we are focusing on right there in measure 15 because we start with the D major chord in second inversion, A, D, F sharp. After we play the D major chord second inversion, again, A, D, F sharp, we play that as a dotted quarter note where we are holding 1 and 2 and is where we're going to move and change. Those chord changes we talked about, 1 and 2 and is what we're coming in on. And the and, we have A, D, E, this chord. We can think of it as two different chords. We can think of it as A suspend the fourth chord in root position, which would be A, D, E, because A major would be A, C sharp, E. The C sharp is the third. See how we have 1, 2, 3 from A? A is 1, B is 2, C sharp is 3. The fourth interval, if we're thinking in terms of intervals, an interval just means distance from one note to the next, the fourth interval from A is D. So watch, A, B, C sharp, D. That is my fourth interval. When I say A suspend the fourth, the word suspend just means to hold down. So A suspend the fourth is A, D, E. Now we could also think of it as if we're doing inversions. We can think of A suspend the fourth is also the same thing as D suspend the second, because many of these chords have dual names and it varies and depends on the inversion. If I put my A from A suspend the fourth, A, D, E, I'm going to take my A, which is the root, on the bottom, and I'm going to put it up on top. Now when I put the A up on top, now I have D, E, A. That is D suspend the second, because the D major triad is D, F sharp, A. That is D major. Now we have the 1, 3, 5. The 2 is E. So D suspend the second would be the E. I could think of that chord either way, and I'll let you think of it whichever way is easiest for you. As I explain it, I'm going to have you try to compose something using A, well, let's just use the A suspend the fourth, because I think it'll be a little easier for you to transition thinking in those terms, because A is root position. So let's go from D major, remember we're in second inversion, which is A, D, F sharp. That's the D major chord, second inversion, and then we're going to go to A suspend the fourth in root position, again A, D, E. Now my left hand is playing the D octave interval. So what I want you to do, we're only going to take that measure from this cool song and have you try to compose something of your own using that measure. Now we can think of it in very simple terms. We're playing the basic triad, a basic triad, D major, and then we're going to the suspend the fourth triad. So you can do that with any chord. With the left hand, I do an octave interval, and I'm playing the octave interval, and my thumb keeps going forward. So watch, I'm going to play that measure, and then I'm going to play around with it and create something on the spot, and I'll challenge you to do something like this. So let me first play the measure as it is. I'll play it one more time. Now I'm going to play around with it and try to create something using that. I'll primarily stay with that chord, and I may change and do a different inversion where I play D major and I invert it, and then I play root position or first inversion, second inversion. But my left hand I'm going to change. I'm going to start with the D, then I'll go down to the B, then I'll go down to G, A. I'll just move it around. And this is something you can try. Try to create something and do something like this with your own composition. Watch this. Hope you enjoy playing Retrofit. It's the new cool song for this week. Have fun playing it, but then have fun playing around and trying to use the pattern that I demonstrated in measure 15 to create and compose something original of your own. That is the whole reason why I come out with these weekly cool songs, to give you ideas on how you can begin composing or arranging music of your own, to make it personal, that you can connect with the music on a much deeper level. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. You can send me an email at Jerald Simon, JeraldSimon, at musicmotivation.com. I uploaded this video and all of my other videos to my YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/Jerald Simon. I'd love to have you check out those videos. You can watch the videos, like them, leave a comment, let me know what you like or what you'd like to see in future videos, and please share them with any other piano students, piano teachers, or parents of piano students who are looking for fun, exciting, cool music that teaches music theory the fun and cool way. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoy playing this. I will work on a new cool song and come out with a new cool song for next week. And in the meantime, I want you to see if you can create something using what I demonstrated from measure 15. Have a wonderful week. Play Retrofit and then play around with it. Have a great week and have fun. See you.